Are we live, Silent Assassin? Are we live-ish? We are live. Welcome to the All Even Podcast. My name is Barry Grant Jr. You can catch me at All Even Podcast on Instagram, X, All Even Media. That is TikTok. You can listen to the show on Podbeam as well as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio. I'm all over the place. Go to YouTube as well. Hit that subscribe button. Like, share, and comment. Tell a friend to tell a friend because the page is growing. Claw!
Hey.
What's up?
Shit. How's everything?
Good. It was good to see you.
Thanks. Is it good to hear me?
No.
Funny you say that. I'm thinking about doing a ASMR type of video, just my voice, just talking, sounding words out like unique New York.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That might sell.
Right?
That might sell.
Tortoise.
That actually might sell because you have one of those like late night voices.
Yeah.
You could probably do it. What's those what was it, 1-800 1-900 numbers for those lonely grandmas?
Like Spank Bank?
Yeah, you could do that.
I'll do it.
Hey Claw, I'm so lonely. Talk to me.
What are you wearing? Right? It works.
I'm telling you, it works.
What'd you eat for dinner?
Listen, with this economy, you might be able to figure it
I
out.
try to. Yeah,
You know what I
things
mean?
gonna be fly.
Might be a nice side hustle, man.
Yeah. What'd you call?
Come on now.
Come on, bro. You're my friend.
No.
You would.
No.
Hey, yo, what the
No. I would not do it. I would not. I'd
me?
send people your way, though. I would.
Yeah.
And it's Pride Month, so, you know. I get you a lot of business.
What does that say about your friend groups?
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Just saying.
Huh?
I'm just asking.
What does that mean? That means nothing, okay? Silent Assassin, what's up, man?
Nothing much.
Oh, you had a week, huh?
Yeah.
You be outside.
Yeah, outside and I don't know.
Yeah.
Something happened, so
Yeah.
caught something.
Sounds like you had a good time.
Don't say you caught something.
Facts. Please don't say that.
Jesus Christ.
You didn't catch anything but a good time. That's all it is. You know what I mean? But good to see you, man. Good to see you. Good to have my team in here. Lots to talk about today. We got NFL. We have Saquon on the Madden cover. We have Aaron Rodgers finally makes his decision, right? We have NBA Finals going on right now. Oklahoma City, they busting up the Pacers right now. I love it. What happened with the Knicks? There's a lot of tea that's being spilt with the Knicks right now. We have the All-Star game has changed. Adam Silver's at it again. We have irrelevant news of the week. And then the greatest segment on the planet, Dummy of the Week.
Dummy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Quick question for you.
Yes.
You still on that caffeine dream?
You know what's crazy about that? I actually am.
Okay.
It's been like a little over a week and a half. And I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Like, Magic Mind has been really, really good.
Good.
It's when I tasted it the first time, I was like, you know what?
Pause.
That's not a pause. That's what you have to do.
You got it, yeah.
I was like, this ain't bad, and I continue to use it. So you know, I'm a caffeine person. I'm a caffeine fiend.
Right.
So me just taking regular coffee, I would drink my coffee early in the morning. By noon, you'll start to feel that you feel that buzz, and then by 2 p.m.
Right.
like you're already like, damn, I want to go home.
I got you. It's like that lame joke in the group chat type energy.
Yeah,
you.
yeah. You know, kind of just like staring off into space, not realizing what the hell's going on.
Facts.
Yeah, but since I started Magic Mind, you know, it's been a lot different. They sent me their whole lineup, the 3 different formulas they have out there. I tried each of them over the span of, you know, the last week and a half or so, and it's been great. Plus, you know, the whole combination of Magic Mind and us, you know, shouts to Nick. He reached out to Magic Mind, made the deal happen. Both brands aligned. You know, I like the way their product tasted. I like the fact that the people in my life liked it. So, you know, we decided to have them as a sponsor for the All Even Podcast. So, you know, that was great. But the best part about it is the time-released caffeine. You know what I mean? So that instead of like you spiking and crashing all the time, it keeps you level for, you know, hours at a time. So there's no jitters, no weird anxiety, nothing like that. It's just solid focus.
I got you. Okay. And then you didn't give up your morning coffee either?
Tried not to, but I'm still on it. Still on it because I'm a caffeine buff. So, I still do my morning routine. I don't fall apart midday anymore because I have Magic Mind to give me that boost. Personally, I love the OG formula, the original one. It's more of a balance.
Right.
You know what I mean? More of a balance in between that. The brain fog is what I was trying to avoid. Because obviously, you got to balance work. You got to balance podcast. You got to balance family life. So that's actually what, I wanted to do. Less stress, sharper mind. I want to be focused. Make sure that I can be able to deliver these great topics and these, this big news what I have to lay out every week and be consistent and funny and engaging. So you have to find ways to do that. Magic Mind has given me that particular boost. And the why, right? What is the why we love this? It's the adaptogens, the nootropics, all of those things that are in it. It actually is so much more beneficial than just taking a regular, energy drink. Those energy drinks don't do anything for you. So.
Hey, listen, guy. If your afternoons are not feeling like a slow fall into chaos, then this might be a fix.
Yeah, go to magicmind.com, alleven60. Use the promo code alleven60 for 60% off your first subscription. If you just want to buy it one time and try it, that's fine. You get 20% off as well. 100% money back guarantee.
That's good.
Yeah. So get on the grind with Magic Mind. Let's do it! All right, is there any off-topic conversation that we haven't? Nothing? Has anything happened? No?
There's a lot that's been happening.
Let's talk about it.
Oh no, I was gonna say that. It's hot in New York. I'll tell you that shit.
The weather, it's great.
Asses are out.
I ain't going to, listen.
Yo,
When you
it's
see
lit out here.
the one thing when it's summertime in New York City, two ways, right? One, you see the bums outside in they first down jackets. You see that happen, right? You already know that it's hot outside.
And you can see the smell of them.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
But the other way that you can notice this is the sundresses are out.
Yep.
My goodness.
It's a beautiful time.
It is. And
no
I can understand why, like, some old men, they have a flex. Old men, they'll just go to the mall. They ain't buying nothing. They just sit down at, like, the wherever the food station is or the food area, and they just sniping. And then they go home because they got their fix for the day. I understand that. Like, I'm not there yet. But I can see myself as like 75, 80. I'm going to the mall.
What are you gonna wear at the mall? You wear like
if I'm 80,
a velour suit.
If I'm 80,
yeah.
Oh, that's a given.
Gotcha.
Like you have to wear the velour suit. Probably Sean John.
Probably yeah.
Probably a Sean John velour suit and some J's and a white T-shirt.
Which J's? You gonna wear a headband?
Nah, you don't have to wear the headband because if you wear the headband, then you might have to wear like the two headband. Like Nelly back in the day. Yeah. Listen, we would be straight. We would have to go back 60 years.
What about your
how that fit?
Matching do-rag?
I have to.
Got you.
Like if you wearing the powder blue velour, you gotta have the powder blue do-rag. Have to.
I got you.
And then you might have your Columbia 11s on.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? That's the fit. You can't have no powder blue velour and not have no Columbias on.
I'm mad at that.
Yeah. But people look at me like I'm crazy because, at that time, people probably be wearing rock shoes and, Crocs are going to be like the biggest brand in the world. Although it is now, but it's really going to be like they're going to be wearing like Croc boots. Like it's going to be crazy.
Crocopedics.
Yeah, Crocopedics. Like Croc.
Yeah, don't take that.
Croc basketball sneakers. Like it's going to be crazy.
That's hard.
Once Croc gets into basketball kicks, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. For the first foam sneakers, so lightweight, So yeah, I mean, but yeah, it's definitely nice in the city. And I like it. I do. Anything else? No Diddy news?
It's been kind of quiet, bro.
Yeah, it's been slow.
They restructuring. This shit is quiet over there.
You know, I didn't want to have a conversation about this, but I'm sorry, Claw. But the girls are fighting. The girls are fighting. What's happening? It was all good about 5-6 months ago. Spent, $250 million. Get the man elected, right? Everybody's happy. Oh my goodness, we got Elon. Yeah. You got Trump on the White House lawn. I love Teslas. Not Tesla, Teslas. There's an auto mall right in front of the White House now, right? And all of a sudden, you started hearing like all of these, chitter chatter behind the scenes. Oh, Elon is taking drugs. He's always been taking drugs. What are we talking about? Man's a drug addict. This is known fact, right? And, some of the White House aides don't like the way he moves. He's a jerk. You should have known this. But see, it didn't matter before because you was taking that $250 million, right? Didn't matter. He had social media buzzing. He was spreading all the propaganda out there. You know what I'm saying? Well, Trump said, hey, you know that big, beautiful bill that I'm trying to pass? We're going to get all those EV mandates the hell out. We're going to get all those EV mandates the hell out of here. And we're going to take your Doge ass and get you out of here too. So he mad now, right? Elon mad now. He dropping T. Oh, you on the Epstein list. Oh, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have got elected. Oh, all of this stuff. And Trump's like, yo, I ain't going to lie to you, bro. Like, he tight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd be mad too if I got kicked out of the White House. Like, he flexing. But here's the thing. I don't feel sorry for him. I don't feel sorry for Trump. You lay in bed for who you lay in bed with. You want to go ahead and take the money, and then you want to go help him? Hey, what do I care? Because at the end of the day, that guy canceled USAID funds that are going to feed millions of impoverished kids around the world that are starving right now. So you think that I care about Elon Musk having a tissy fit with his boyfriend online? Don't really care. It's funny. Because he's not going to stop. And the thing is, Trump better be careful because Elon knows where the bodies are buried. I'm just saying.
There's a movie, I don't know if anybody's seen it here, called The Fifth Element.
Yeah.
Insert villain.
Oh, yeah.
iRobots, satellites.
Yeah.
Electrical cars that can drive themselves.
Listen, if Trump is smart, he better call his Homeland Security person right now and send him to Tanzania. All right? Send Elon Musk to Tanzania. Get him out of here because if you don't, oh boy.
Them robots are coming.
Listen, but you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy about life? And this is going to be the bar of a century. You might have to clip this up, Nicole, because this is going to be good. For a guy that ran Doge and wanted to cut Medicaid funds, he wanted to cut Social Security, Medicare, all of these things, Department of Education, all of these things you wanted to slash out of our government because you wanted to find waste, fraud, and abuse. We're going to save trillions of dollars. Never found it, right? So you're the one that's behind all of these cuts. But here's the funny part. Who is the biggest recipient of government contracts? Elon Musk. So is Elon Musk the biggest needer of government assistance in this country more than any American in this country? I would say yes. So if anybody needs food stamps, it's Elon Musk. But what do I know, right? I just know a lot of civics. So moving on. Saquon Barkley, Madden cover. How we feel about that? First of all, let me go ahead and just say this. I don't like the flex because you saw him, they had the video where he's jumping over the dude. Yeah, listen, that ain't real. That ain't real. And the thing is, he better be careful because the Madden jinx is on now. I don't want to see him do that in the game now because God forbid he get hurt. I don't need to see that. It's good to have a running back on the cover because we haven't had that in a while, right? When's the last? It's been all quarterbacks recently, no? Quarterbacks and wide receivers?
Yeah, quarterback.
Was it McCaffrey?
McCaffrey was on it?
He was on,
That was a couple years ago.
Oh, okay, yeah. So there you go. So listen, shouts.
We see how that worked.
Well, exactly, he was hurt. So shouts to Barkley. I think it says a lot as having a resurgence in his career, getting the Super Bowl, being validated for leaving, putting running backs back on the map. So salute to him, man. Any thoughts about it, Claude?
I mean, I'm not mad at it. I think anybody that had such a breakout year, won the chip, it's like you accept what comes with it. You know what I mean?
Right.
You accept the Madden curse being what it is. You had a great year. What are you gonna do? Sit down and just ice up?
Facts.
You went from unwanted hero, unwanted hero to unsung or sung hero. How you
Unsung hero to
Rudy.
Yeah, Rudy.
Yeah, so he did it, and what better way? Put him on a thing. He had the most spectacular move in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that shit was in real time. I think that's dope.
All the kids try to do it and they can't do it because they have no bounce. Go, bend your head, Paul, so I can jump over you like Saquon. You can't do it. I'll be that parent to tell my kid the truth, right? If you ain't got it, I'm not going to say, hey, Josh, you just need to continue to practice and work hard. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to look, you might not be the running back. You might want to just kick the ball. Like, they not wrong with just being a kicker, right? They punters, hey, they got a great job. I'm not going to keep trying to tell you to run through the crowd. You ain't got that type of talent. That's all I'm saying. Am I a bad father for saying that to my child? That you ain't got no talent?
Yeah.
But I'm being honest.
Honesty is not.
Honesty helps people grow. Lying is what sinks our youth. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Because if you're ugly, I'm not going to say, hey, listen, somebody's out there for you. It's true. Somebody is out there for you. Probably another ugly person that looks just like you. That's all it is. Right? Gotta be honest. If you're ugly, make sure you're funny. That's it. Make sure you're funny and kind. You don't want to be the asshole and ugly. Can't do that. Can't do that. Moving on. My boy, I love it. I am the Aaron Rodgers apologist here. And he's finally with a team. He chose the Pittsburgh Steelers and said, hey, listen, I got things to do, right? I don't need to report to y'all or sign this contract today or tomorrow. I'm going to wait until next Friday to sign this because I got things to do. You waiting anyway, so what's the point? I love it. Listen, he didn't wait. This is not September. This is not August.
It's June.
It's June. So he's right on brand. He's going to be right there at training camp. He's going to be good. He's going to be fine. I love it.
Listen, I appreciate their patience. I appreciate them getting it done. He still has to go sign the deal. They said it's going to happen, I think, tomorrow.
No, I think it's next week.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. He ain't signing tomorrow.
What is the point?
He got things to do, is what I said.
What does he have to do?
He got a lot to do.
The darkness?
He got a lot to do.
McAfee?
We don't know. He got a lot to do.
Come on, bro. Yo, tell your man, don't go out like a chump and just get it done. Get the paperwork signed. Go be a leader on the team. Other than that, I'm happy he's gone.
He can be a leader next Friday. He can be a leader next Friday. Here's the thing, right? People like to shit on Aaron Rodgers. I'm not going to do it. I refuse to. Like, my boy Bryson, shouts to Bryson, he said to me today, he said, you know what? I am sick of you because you are such an Aaron Rodgers apologist. If he were to harm somebody in the street and shoot him, you would side with Aaron Rodgers. And I said to him, well, what did the other person do? What did the other guy do, right? We got to find out what happened before I even accuse Aaron Rodgers of anything. So there is some validity to what he said. All I'm saying is that the man was on a terrible team last year. Bad offensive line, bad pieces, bad roster, bad coaching, bad ownership, right? And still threw for 28 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, and had 3,900 yards. Come on now. That's on a bad team. So if he got a guy like DK, Steelers don't have a great line, but at least they have a very good defense that they can be able to win at least 10, 11, 12 possible games. They can. So that's what I'm saying. What?
I got an update.
What's up?
Pacers 111, OKC 110.
They won? Pacers won the game?
Yep.
Get out of here. Yo, those Pacers.
And they was just down. Hold on. I got a picture like 2 minutes ago.
Those
it was
Pacers.
107, 110. And they came back just now.
Those Pacers
in
are
2 minutes,
else.
and they nasty in the two, bro.
Those Pacers are something else, man.
Oh my gosh.
That's a shocker. Wow. Wow. We're going to discuss that. We're definitely going to have to go over this game. Yeah. You got anything else to say about Aaron Rodgers?
Listen, I'm happy he's off the Jets. I think it was a bad fit with all the changes and all the shit going on. Allows us a chance to actually, just grow our team and get some type of its own identity rather than having a name attached to it. But I think this is a good fit for him. The Steelers is an organization that, all they needed was a quarterback, and everything else is in play. So it's just really on the leadership that he brings to the table.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm 100% with you. Let's go ahead and move into this game. 0.3 seconds to go. Pacers are up 111-110. This team refuses to die. They outscored the Oklahoma City Thunder by 10 points in the fourth quarter. This is what happens when you have the best offense in basketball, is that they're never out of a game because they score in bunches. Is this the biggest shock of the playoffs? I mean, they did it again, right? They did it again in regards to do it. They did it to the Knicks in game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals, and now they did it in game 1 of the NBA Finals. The fact that they came into Oklahoma City in that madhouse and stole game 1, they did what they had to do. They literally did what they had to do. I literally thought that the Thunder would definitely go up 2-0 going back to Indiana. But the fact that they lost this game, could you imagine if they end up shitting the bed in game 2?
At that point,
it just changes the game right now.
And knowing that they just won the same way,
right,
that they beat the Knicks. And that already gives you certain leverage. They're not playing from behind.
You can't,
but you can't sleep on it. That last 2 minutes with that team, their 2-minute offense or whatever it's called is ridiculous. They are.
And here's the crazy part about this game. Nobody on the Pacers scored 20 points. They had 6 guys in double figures. The highest scorer was Pascal Siakam. He had 19 and 10. What a shock. I'm getting text messages right now on my phone dude, what just happened?
That's what they do. They win in the last minute. The last 20 seconds they'll win. It's crazy, bro.
Halliburton, he did it again. I think Halliburton might be the most clutch player in the league right now.
Oh yeah, he got it.
I don't even know what to say.
I didn't see that coming.
I ain't gonna lie to you. This changes nothing for me though. It don't change nothing for me. Respect to the Pacers. They deserve to be here. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that thinks that, other teams should have, they beat the Cavs. They beat the Knicks. They are beating good teams to get here.
They beat Milwaukee.
Yeah. So, Milwaukee and shit. But, this is a team that they're deserving to be where they're at. And they have the best offense in basketball for a reason. So, I'm not going to read too much into this. Shouts to the Pacers, but we got to see what happened in regards to the execution for Oklahoma City. What happened in that fourth quarter? And I think you have to understand is that pace, no pun intended, is super important. Like, if you're a defensive team and you're playing hard physical defense on a team, and that team continues to just keep running at you, right? At some point, those legs get heavy to play defense. Those legs start to get heavy and those jump shots start to come up short. All of those things start to happen. And that's why you have to make sure that you're matching firepower with firepower. You have to extend your bench when you're playing the Pacers because they don't let up at all. I've never seen a team like this. Like, not even the Phoenix Suns that had their 7 seconds or less type of offense. There was a half court thing that they did. These dudes, it's high octane the entire game. So for a team to listen, they had 19 turnovers in the first half. How you win a game and have how many turnovers they had? 25. So they only turned the ball over an additional 6 times in the second half. The Oklahoma City Thunder turned the ball over 7 times for the whole game. That is insane. And you lose. But here's the thing, right? Here's where they lost the game. Pacers shot 48% from the field. They shot 46% from 3. They hit 18 threes out of 39. So that's a 46% clip. You want to know what the Oklahoma City Thunder did offensively? They shot 39% from the field. They shot 36% from 3. So again, like I was saying, you play physical, but when you got a team that can score in bunches, those legs might get tired offensively, and they just did not have the gas to be able to sustain. I mean, Shea had an MVP game, 14 for 30, played 40 minutes, had 38 points, but nobody else had a great game. Lou Dort, 15 points. Okay, he hit 5 for 10. But you had Jalen Williams, who played terrible. That's the guy. If Jalen Williams is not coming to play, it's going to be a long night for them. Jalen Williams, he shot 6 for 19. 6 for 19 with 17 points. 4 fouls. That's the game right there. Is that if your second guy is not doing what he's supposed to do, you're going to be in trouble. You're going to be in trouble. So, shocker. I think we're probably in for a very, very good NBA Finals. I said Oklahoma City in 5. Might not be 5. It might be 6. Give him 6. Give him 6. But I'm curious to see, man. I'm curious to watch the playback and see what happened. I want to see how that fourth quarter unfolded, because how the game just turned on the hat like that is crazy. And Halliburton, he shoots weird, but man, it's effective. It goes in. It's crazy. It's crazy. Moving on. Let's talk about and let's unpack what happened in New York. So obviously we're looking at the Pacers in the NBA Finals. They just beat the Knicks. And there's a lot of stuff coming out, as always, when there's a post-mortem for a season, right? But before I go into all of those details, I'm going to make a statement. I think the Knicks, they need to make a decision fast, and they need to make a decision fast on Karl Anthony Towns. Why I say that is because this is a guy that was drafted number 1 overall. He was supposed to be the guy coming out of Kentucky. He's supposed to be the next great big man. And it never materialized. It never materialized for him to have a low post game. He ended up learning how to shoot, pretty good shooter for a big guy, but never had the willingness to play defense. And when you have a team like the Knicks that they're predicated on isolation basketball and help defense. And you have a guy that is not a willing defender at his size. He doesn't move particularly well at his size. He's not a great rebounder at his size. And he tends to complain a lot when he doesn't get calls. That frustrates a lot of people, especially on a basketball team and also on a coaching staff. So if they can find a way to move him as soon as possible, great. Now, granted, it could be a major overreaction. This is his first year in New York, and his first year you get to the Eastern Conference Finals, right? So can you say let's run it back and see what happens? Yes, but the fact that you now have Thibs out of town, they got rid of him. You need a coach that's gonna be able to get the most out of Cat, and if you can't, you're in problems because this guy's making $50 million a year.
Yeah, that I saw the breakdown of the books.
It's nasty.
It's nasty. And I look at the gap, like the fucking gap between him and the rest of the players.
Yeah.
Like OG, who we just signed. I
I
Bridges.
think OG's what, 40?
30 something right now. I think 40. Around
Yeah.
like
They're early 40s.
Bridges due for a deal. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it's that shit had to come off the paperwork because it's too much. And and even still, like if I am gonna pay that, then I'm gonna pay a guy who already won.
And the thing is too, like they can't even get rid of Bridges because remember they give him 5 picks for him.
Right. They got
so you have to keep him because of what you gave up to get him.
But he was a 2-way player this season.
Yeah, but he's not a number 2 or 3. That's the problem. Is that I would prefer OG as your 3 and have Bridges as your 4. That's the concern. What do you pay a number 4 guy? Especially with the new collective bargaining agreement where, certain guys are not going to get paid. You got to move certain things around and get younger and get cheaper. I get that Brunson took a lot less to be able to keep everything together, but they're going to have to make an overhaul. Like, is Mitchell Robinson, like, is he going to stick around? There's a lot of things that they have to do.
A deal, too.
Yeah, but I think Karl Anthony Towns is the biggest concern. But let's go ahead and go talk about the biggest news for the Knicks, obviously, right now. Tom Thibodeau gets fired. A lot of Knicks fans are like, what the hell? What's going on? He's been the most successful coach in the last 25 years for us. Why is he gone? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah, I've been calling for this for 4 years. This is not even a joke. And the reason why I called for it for 4 years is because I know who we're dealing with. This is a guy that every team he's been on, his point guards get overused. Look at the usage rate for every single point guard he's ever coached. Look at the starting lineup in regards to how many minutes they log compared to everybody else in the league. Go ahead and look at his utilization of the bench. Go ahead and look at the efficiency of his offense. He's a low offensive IQ coach. Great defensive mind. But if you don't have the dogs to play defense, then you got to learn how to be able to coach some offense a little bit. He has limitations. He's a good coach, right? But he's not a championship coach. There's a difference. So they have to find the guy that can be able to get them. Like, I think what Tom Thibodeau is, he is a bridge coach, right? He's a guy that can be able to change the culture. If you had a losing culture, bring in that energy, bring in that fight. He's a player's coach because there is no offense. He lets you play how you want to play. So any player is going to sign up for that. Okay, cool. We can do whatever we want. ISO ball, whatever we want to do. Cool. So that's why players like him a lot. But I can tell you that rumor has it the Knicks front office was not happy with Thibodeau months prior to this. They didn't like the way he utilized the bench. They didn't like the way he did not turn to rookies. They didn't like the way he ran certain practices. They didn't like his overly disciplinary style. All of those things wear thin, especially when you have certain players on your team. So if you have a guy like Karl Anthony Towns that's a little bit softer than certain players on your team, some people don't get coached well. They don't take that type of criticism well, and it affects their game. So I saw it coming, and shouts to Jamal Bowman. We had a little emergency pod a couple of days ago, and he was just like, yo, Thibs, he deserves his respect. He deserves his credit because of what he built and what he's done with the Knicks. He's won, I think 24 playoff games since he's been there. That's a lot of games. Like, he's done really well, but again, we talked for years that Mark Jackson built the Warriors. Mark Jackson built the Warriors. Cool. But who won championships with the Warriors? That was Steve Kerr. So sometimes you need somebody to be able to, like, spark your organization, breathe life back into the organization, and then when life is back into the organization now, somebody else goes ahead and takes it over and stabilizes the ship and moves it forward. There's nothing wrong with that. You have transitional coaches, you have transitional hires, transitional managers, transitional employees. You have people that just come in there and fix stuff, but they don't stay. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I think that Thibs and a lot of Knicks fans, they don't understand that that's the way this game is that this game is getting younger. NBA coaches, they're not looking for retread coaches anymore. They're not looking for guys like Doc Rivers. They're not looking for guys like Jeff Van Gundy. They're not looking for guys like Tom Thibodeau. They're looking for high-level assistants, younger guys that can be able to understand the new landscape of the NBA game. That's where it's going. So, thoughts on Tom Thibodeau getting fired, Claw, and then we'll expand the conversation.
The rumor was it was like months out.
Yeah.
So that was something. I feel like if Detroit gave him a hard time, they went out, he would have been gone just as quick. Granted, what held them back from even getting to the championship, I feel. Granted, OKC would have been a great matchup. Probably was still, got smoked, but just being there would have been everything to go against them. But the Pacers, they have two teams, and they utilize both teams. And you're trying to play against two teams with
6 guys.
6 guys who are, at least 36 minutes, if not more.
Gassed.
So by the time the fourth quarter comes, after they've already pressed Brunson from the minute he inbounds the ball, you're not giving anyone a chance to even get some type of rhythm of going, and that's where they strike you.
Yep.
So, dealing with that and see, the adjustments coming off the bench too late, that doesn't help anything. You know what I mean? It didn't help his case.
And then when you have Cat going every time he gets the ball and he goes to the basket and he doesn't get his foul. Oh my God!
Yeah.
Oh my God!
And you're gonna have to pay $50 million for that? Oh
Yeah.
my God! No, I'm good, bro.
Foul! Oh my God!
Yeah, I'm cool.
Yeah, so it's a concern. There's rumors, and I think that they should look within if they can find a good lead assistant. Some guy, I like the they have the, I think he's Japanese, but we're not gonna do that. He's just Asian guy, player development guy, really good. Been with Thibodeau for a while. Nickname is Dice. I like him. I'm hearing Johnny Bryant's name flying around, but I think the Knicks should go, if they want to go like star hunting, then go for the top. Go get Kidd. Go get Jason Kidd.
That'll make the mission.
Yeah,
complete.
go get Jason Kidd, because Jason Kidd may not be the happiest in Dallas right now, just because of how Luka got traded, and now it's a completely different situation for him. Uh-huh. I think that coaching the Knicks would be a lot more beneficial for him, going to the Eastern Conference where there's a better chance of you being competitive and winning. And on top of that too, who has an affinity for Jason Kidd?
Leon Rose.
Leon Rose, yes. But if you don't know, I'll tell you. I'm gonna tell
do
you.
it.
Do you know?
Dolan?
course.
Okay.
But that's not who I'm talking about.
Oh, I got you. Bobby Brown.
Not Bobby Brown, no.
Okay. I don't.
Greek yogurt.
Touche.
Remember, coached the Bucks
Oh yeah.
when Giannis was very, very young in this game.
True.
Did not want Jason Kidd to be let go, and Jason Kidd he ended up getting fired. So him and Jason Kidd, because Jason Kidd was actually the first one to put the ball in Giannis's hands to say, this is going to be my all-time guy. So he's the one that unlocked Giannis.
Pause.
You know what I mean? Pause. But you know what I mean. So if you go get the big fish, then you call Thanasis and say, "Hey Thanasis, what you hearing out there, huh? Want to come to the Knicks?" If you're gonna do that, you have to do it. You gotta go big game hunting in stages, and you gotta go get that guy first.
I was talking to a buddy of mine, Taj.
Yeah, shouts to Taj.
Really good guy. He made a valid point, man. He said, if that happens, at that point, whose team is it?
What do you mean?
Is it Brunson's team or is it Giannis's team?
Oh no, it's still Brunson's team. I mean, you got to think about it like Dwayne Wade and LeBron James when they went to the Heat,
Okay.
or Kevin Durant when he went to Golden State. You know, Steph stepped back, but Steph's still the guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, this is the hired gun. Do what you do. But at the end of the day, I'm still Derek Jeter and you're Alex Rodriguez. You know what I mean? Like, that's basically what it is. So it'll always be Brunson's team. Just the fact of what he's done for the franchise, what he's done as a player, being productive, having the city fall in love with him, it's always going to be his team. Did you hear the rumors about his father, though?
No.
There's rumors that the players don't like that Rick Brunson is in the actual locker or like in the mix. They don't like the fact that he has so much influence on the sidelines, because obviously that's Jalen Brunson's pops, and there's nepotism with all that other shit. But yeah. So I don't know how you rectify that, because at the end of the day, that's Brunson's pops. So if you let him go, that's going to cause friction with your star player. Unless they give him another role somewhere, I have no idea how they're going to figure it out. But they're going to have to figure it out. But, there's a lot of stuff coming out of New York, and I'm just hoping that they can be able to figure it out, because they have a chance to be good for probably like the next 3 or 4 years if they play their cards right, if they make the right moves, make some little moves in the margins, get the right coach, have somebody that can be able to motivate Cat. So that's a big thing. Moving on. You're over here coughing. All-Star Weekend has been a damn disaster. I can't stand All-Star Weekend in basketball. I haven't watched All-Star Weekend in a very long time. So for me, they've changed the format so many times. I don't understand why you can't just keep it the regular way. Just keep it the regular way. Don't even have no jerseys. Just have them have their regular jerseys with the All-Star patch and do that. So for me, I'm like, I don't know what the hell they did last year. It was some tournament garbage that they did this season. Garbage, right? Adam Silver's always thinking about some garbage. Just keep it regular. Well, I ain't gonna lie to you. He ended up having the simplest fix. Team USA against Team World. Yeah. Why didn't you think of this before? You know what's crazy about this is that this feature was in 2K for like 10 years. You should have just played 2K and put it in there. That's how I know Adam Silver don't be up on the times. You ain't got no kids that play 2K who told you this? Or maybe your son said, hey, Dad, what about this? It's in the game. Hey, we can try that. We can try that. But yes, you have a lot of international players in the league. You also have a lot of US-born players in the league. That's the best way to do it, because some of the top players in this league come from the world. Giannis, Luka, Jokic, Embiid. Like, the list goes on for guys that are not US-born players. So yeah, have that because now you can be able to have that dynamic. You can have like this Olympic style feel. You can build this over, a span of a few weeks in regards to how you're going to be able to curate it and all the content and all that stuff. So yeah, that would be a good fix for the All-Star game. It's still going to be rubbish because nobody plays defense. You're still going to have the game 200 to 205. That is going to be a score. Nobody cares. But at least this is a step in the right direction to be able to have things look a bit normal, because what they've done over the last few years has been absolutely garbage. 100%. So I don't really care, but if it works and the fans like it, then cool. Let's go ahead and move forward. Let's see. I have a shot to throw out there. Let me just go put in his name here because I want to get it right. You see it, right? We're not gonna blow it up, but so Silent Sassy, remember why I talked to you about nepotism and how people are so outraged about Bronny James being in the league and he's not supposed to be here and all this other stuff, right? And it's worldwide news, trending news on everybody's sports topic shows and all of this stuff. You got Stephen A. Smith, and we know that we're not going to talk about Jigaboo Jones here, but it's funny. You have Danny Ainge, who is the president of basketball operations in Utah. You know what he did? He hired his son to be the team CEO or something like that, or the general manager or whatever it is. No, that's what it is. Not the CEO. So now Austin Ainge is going to be the president of basketball operations for the Jazz. His father, Danny Ainge, is like the CEO, so he's higher up, right? Consultant CEO, whatever it is. But we hear nothing about it. Nothing. Why? Why? Huh? Where's the outrage? Where's the outrage? Where is all of those people that were like, this is not fair. You're taking away an opportunity from a kid to get drafted. What's Danny Ainge doing with his kid?
And like also in that scenario, like with Bronny, he has to have talent to get there. Like he can be like, what is it? Jordan's kids like got there, but they weren't.
They didn't even sniff the league.
Yeah. So, but like with that type of job, like you can just like, hey, my son, just keep coming up. Like you don't need like any particular background and whatnot.
And that's the thing, is that Austin Ainge has been around for like 14 years. But guess where you got his start at? Under Daddy. But no one says a word. But Bronny committed this crime, and LeBron, you had people as a father, I need to you gotta stop this. But I don't hear the same people going to their shows talking about Danny Ainge as a father and he needs to stop this. I wonder why. This is why I tell you that the media and legacy media is garbage, because they love to create stories out of nothing. And just because you have people out there that want to continue to push this propaganda machine, they'll go ahead and continue to do it because it gives them ratings. You know what Danny Ainge and his son don't give you? Interest or ratings. So they'll never talk about it. So that means that nepotism isn't actually on the forefront of people's minds in sports. Because guess what? We don't give a shit. There's nepotism everywhere.
Facts.
Yo, my man, I've been out of work for a little bit, man. Yo, you got any openings at your job? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go check. Just throw your resume in here. Send me your resume, and then I get your resume pushed up in HR. Everybody has that type of connect. Everybody knows somebody that they've done that to or been done to. Pause. So what are we talking about here?
Yeah, like a very small percentage of the world has come up from absolutely nothing or no one.
No contacts, no nothing. They just all of this luck. You just roll through. But most people get their starts in their situations by nepotism. Whether it's through family blood or just friendship connections. It's the way the world works. So don't make it look like it's crazy and egregious for one person and have this bullshit storyline played out for over 6 months while we don't hear a peep about this. That's my problem with the league. And it starts with Jigaboo Jones. Moving on to my irrelevant news of the week.
You gotta be kidding me. I mean, how do you watch this?
Let's see what we got here, Silent Assassin. I don't know what I have. There's things that I save and there's things that I don't. So, let's see. See what we got. Oh! We have, let's see. Oh, that's an interesting one. We're going to leave that. People are cooking at home more now than at any time since the beginning of the pandemic. Interesting. So it says, according to reports, Campbell's has observed a surge in in-home cooked meals reaching the highest rate in nearly 5 years, an indication that many consumers are cutting back due to economic uncertainty. Consumers are cooking at home at the highest levels early. Yeah, you know why? Because when you try to go ahead and Uber your shit, that's just going to cost you $90 just to get one meal. Because they tacking all these fees. Congestion price, tax, tip, more tax, tax on the rice, tax on the fries, tax on the tires of the guy that's driving the car. It's nuts of all the money that people out there spending. So yeah, but here's my issue, right? Why wasn't this a thing before? Why would you just opt to throw away money? How about you learn how to cook a dish? That would help you save tons of money. You know how much money some people spend on eating out every week? If you go ahead and factor that in, we're talking about maybe an average of, some people are spending $150 a week on just eating out. That's $600 a month. How about you take your ass to the Stop and Shop, go get the burger that you just paid $30 for, go get some ground beef and you be fine. Cost you what? $7.
Yeah, and you have it also too for a couple days.
Yeah.
Make some extra for the same price.
Instead of taking your ass down to the soul food spot to get the mac and cheese, how about you make it your damn self?
Got a whole box for
$5.
Less. Make it home, yeah. Get the pasta was $1.75.
Yeah, you know what it is? People obviously are going into survival mode, and it's fine. But let this be a lesson to a lot of people out there that, stop throwing your money away. Even if you got it, stop throwing your money away, because you never know when that economic crunch is going to hit you. So it's good to have a nest egg instead of blowing your money on bullshit. And all them girls out there that are OnlyFans or think that their looks are going to get them through life, make sure you know how to make a dish for yourself. Because there's a lot of girls out there that can't cook. I don't understand it. Don't cook for nobody else. If you can't cook for yourself, what the hell is going on here? You can't be that cute where you don't think that somebody going to pay for you all the time. Hell, no. Boil some water and put some pasta in that pot. You know what I mean? It's crazy. So yeah, I understand it's a tough time, but even if there is no tough time, this should be the norm. Go to the supermarket, save your money, buy things that are cheaper so you can be able to cook and have it for longer periods of time. I grew up on leftovers. Grew up on that shit. Mm-hmm. You got people out there, oh, I don't like to eat food past 2 days. Well, you rich then. Mm-hmm. I didn't have that type of luxury. That rice and peas had to stretch me until Wednesday.
As long as it looks good,
yeah,
microwave it is fine.
Facts. You every day you open that container, you smell it and say, all right, this is still good. I still got another day and a half of this shit right here. Mm. That's how we survived.
I did that today, actually. I had, like, chicken I made, like, a week and a half ago.
Yeah,
I was like, it might be borderline.
I ain't gonna lie to you. The week and a half is nasty work.
Yeah, but I had it, and I'm fine. No issue. So.
Week and a half is nasty work, Silas says, but you tried it. I respect it. Yeah. But, yeah, it's just, people are just, they're a lot more careless with their finances, I think, in this new, just, like, grab and go society that we're in. Mm-hmm. Oh, what's $20? $20 is a lot of money, especially when you ain't got it. Yeah. Working at CVS and buying all these concert tickets, you ain't got no money, right? You got to make sure that you're saving your bread. You can't buy J's every paycheck. Make sure that you save your money because it's just not smart. It's not fiscally responsible to spend money the way a lot of people out there living their lives. So yeah, makes sense. Moving on. Let's see. Why are the girls fighting? Why are they fighting? Solomon says it. It's great. So you remember that whole Zion situation? Mm-hmm. Where you had what's her name? Mariah Mills. She looks like a monster.
Yeah.
She came out and was just like, oh well, if there's no money for me, then there's not going to be any money for you. When you have Mr. Busby turn you down, you know that you got to be really bad. If Tony Busby says, you know what? I like going after black athletes and entertainers, but not gonna touch you. You're too nuclear. You're good. Like, she is a disaster. And again, we talked about this last week. This happens because Zion is an easy target. That's all I'm saying, is that when you look like him and the women say to themselves, oh, we got one. Easy on the line. You know what I'm saying? Like one of those guppy fish, you can just throw the line out there and it just takes it every time. It's a sucker. So, of course, you're going to have monsters like this coming out of the woodwork and could be able to extort him anytime they want to because he does not understand how to move. And a lot of these dudes, they don't realize that the girls that you sat in your room to and beat off to are not the girls that you should be getting involved with when you do get money. Because guess what? It's the same relationship. Instead, the only difference now is that they're actually taking your money. So instead of you pirating these scenes, they're taking your money now. So it's never a good idea to say, oh, that's the girl I used to smack off to when I was 13. How's that working out for you? Now he's in trouble. Pelicans are behind him, but barely.
For now.
I don't want him. You want him in the Knicks?
I don't know.
I wouldn't take him. I'd take Ben Simmons over I'll take Ben Simmons over whatchamacallit right now. What do I need a Oompa Loompa on my team for? It's goofy.
Hey, man. God deserves to play the game.
He does, but I don't like it.
I like that.
Play all he wants.
KD, that
yeah. Just like Donald Sterling. You can bring him to my games. You can talk to him. Just don't bring him to my games. You can play for any team in the league if you want to. Just don't bring him to the Lakers. That's it. That's all I care about. So, moving on. You know, this story right here is pretty interesting. And I don't want to kick his back in. I don't. But I might have to because it's just who I am sometimes. Steph Curry shared something really intimate. And I think I'd be a bad person if I exploit this. So I'm going to try. Steph Curry says he deals with imposter syndrome. So he said, I'm human. Like everybody, you have doubts about yourself. You have imposter syndrome at times. Are you doing everything you can take care of the people that are relying on you? Are you fulfilling your full potential in all different areas? Like those are daily commitments and daily thoughts that you kind of have to weave through. I feel that. Because I think, a lot of times when you have reached a certain level of fame and success and financial stability, I think you feel more of a burden to be there for your loved ones and your family or whoever needs it, right? So because of that, you end up having to maybe work yourself harder than you normally thought that you would work yourself hard at this stage of your life. I'm not saying that people don't work hard and excel, but it's like there's this added weight that you have. It's like, yo, I have to be this guy. Because if I'm not this guy, what's going to happen to everybody else that depends on me? So instead of you being able to decompress from an NBA season or decompress for a game, you're pressing more than you should be because you feel this added pressure of trying to be there for everybody. It's rough.
It's a slippery slope.
It is. And that's why I think that a lot of people don't realize that money doesn't cure most ills for people. Like, it kind of, okay, it makes you be able to afford things and have this easier life, I guess, because you can afford things. But that doesn't mean that the pressures of life and family and expectations and all of these things that you have to go ahead and complete and achieve are not exponentially higher because you're in a different tax bracket financially. Could you imagine being worth $500 million, Silent Assassin, and you have people that are lifelong friends of yours that are still working their 9-to-5 jobs, they're still living check to check, they're still working hard, and they never ask you for anything. But what's going to naturally happen to you as the person that has the money?
Shouldn't be like have that guilt over your head.
Exactly. You're going to have that guilt, and you're going to feel obligated to have to take care of those people. You feel obligated to have to make sure that you're always going to be at this level to take care of those people. Could you imagine dealing with that level of insecurity all the time? And then there's the flip side of that, right? Where you have people that constantly come to you for money. Oh my God, can't pay my I'm late on my car payment. Let me just pay it all for you. So now those relationships that you forged over such a long time, they start to get a little muddied because now you don't know if they're there because they love you, they want to be there for you, or they're just there to get their bills paid. So it alters your reality. So again, I can see how somebody can have imposter syndrome, not only for themselves, but for the people around them, right? So, shouts to Steph Curry. I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to kick his back. I'm just not. Because I think that speaks to a lot of people's concerns. A lot of people have that issue. And, you know, I hope that he ends up working it out and figuring it out, because he's a pretty smart guy, has a good family. You know, don't know how many years he has left, but I'm sure he can play another 4 or 5 years if he wanted to. So, shouts to Steph. Moving on. I think I have one more. Let's see. I'm seeing all of these clips about the Pacers. This is insane. It was real. I'm glad I ain't bet no money. You know who bet money on that series? And how... This is when I started to feel nervous about the Pacers actually going to win this series. I seen Jay-Z make this crazy ass bet. Like, Mad Money is like, oh yeah, OKC in 5. I said, oh, there it is. There's the jinx. There's the jinx that we need. Pacers in 6. This is gonna happen because Jay-Z done screwed it up. It's crazy. So, yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all I have. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna talk about this at the end. Oh no, let me get this out. So, did you hear the story about Brian Windhorst and LeBron?
I don't think so.
So Brian Windhorst is talking about LeBron's podcast with Steve Nash, Mind the Game. And he was just like, oh, I don't know if everybody wants to watch that type of show, the X and O stuff and just that. So he's throwing shade at LeBron's Mind the Game pod, and now Braun is just like, all right. So Braun starts to subtext or subtweet him and is basically like, showing all of these numbers, showing all of these downloads and all this stuff. It's just like, people are interested in this show. And he's basically saying like, dude, stop talking about me because you don't know me and you have no intel about me. And this has been going on from the whole Stephen A. Smith thing that he pinpointed Brian Windhorst and Stephen A. Smith. So I just found it funny because it's just like, you ain't got nothing better to talk about than talk about my podcast. I'm not even playing right now. I'm just talking about the game. That a lot of people want the X and O's point of it when you have two of the greatest minds and greatest passers of our generation, of our time, having conversations about basketball. You damn right I want to hear about that. Of course, I need to know what Steve Nash thinks. I need to know what LeBron thinks about certain things. I need to know what they think about SGA. I need to know what they think about Tyrese Halliburton. I want to know what they feel about how OKC can be able to win the series, or how the Pacers can be able to shock the world and be able to win the series. I need it from an X and O standpoint. I don't want to hear from Brian Windhorst. I want to hear from the guys that are actually playing it. So, loved it. Loved every second of it. When I seen that, I said, anytime LeBron is out there shooting bullets, yeah, I love it. I love it. We love this Braun. Keep it up. That is my irrelevant news of the week.
You gotta be kidding me. I mean, how do you watch the... they stink.
Real quick, how do we feel about our Mets, Silent Assassin? Are we right now happy with what we saw? First off, we split with the LA Dodgers. We should have swept their asses. We should have at least took 3 out of 4. But, Brett Brady had a damn brain cramp today in the 8th inning, right? Forced the game, caused the game to get tied in the 8th. And then what's his name? Reed Garrett gave it up. So it's just my thing. It's just like, you got the offense. You got Pete Alonso doing his thing. He had to go ahead, put us up 5-3, top of the 8th, and they just choke it away. I don't like it. But we're good because we own the tiebreaker against the Dodgers. Screw the Dodgers. I'm telling you right now, I hate them. I hate the Dodgers. I'm not afraid to say it. I'm not ashamed to say it. I am tired of people glossing over this team. I'm sick of it. This is baseball. It's 162. Yes, Claude, you have your hand up.
I'm just raising my hand. A quick idea. Or I don't know if you saw that Shohei hit a ball, home run,
Yeah.
and nailed the little kid in the face.
Did he? Oh, that's not good.
No, it wasn't bad, but
Was the kid looking at least?
Nah.
Oh.
Somebody fake tried to catch it in front of him and just he ate it.
Oh,
Yeah, took him out.
come
Took him
on,
out, yeah.
bro. I'm sure Shohei gonna take care of him. Shohei's a good guy. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But screw the Dodgers. I'm sick of it. You even when you hear like other commentators or announcers talk about them, pundits, like they kind of like dance around them. Hey, screw y'all. You got one World Series, great. Well, 2 if you count 2020. But screw y'all. This is baseball. This is 162. Just because you got all these, and mind you, they got so much money tied up in the IL right now. They got more money tied up in the IL than like 6 or 7 payrolls in the league right now. Mm-hmm. We don't care about them. We got Griffin Canning. We got all of these bum-ass pitchers that they said, oh, what did the Mets do in the offseason? You know what we did? We trusted in David Stearns. That's what we did. Evil genius. We ain't paying no 8-9 years for no broken down pitchers. Look at Corbin Burns. Everybody's like, the Mets should go get Corbin Burns. Why do they get Corbin Burns? You know what Corbin Burns got now? He got dead arm. Can't feel it. Elbow shot. And you know why David Stearns didn't sign Corbin Burns? It's because his K per 9 has been dropping for the last 5 years. You know what David Stearns said? Nope, not me. Not doing it. God forbid what he's going to look like when he's 35. And lo and behold, arm gone. So now the poor Arizona Diamondbacks going to have to deal with that. No. How we build our team is smart. How David Stearns has built this team, smart. And the thing is, we have money, we have assets, and we have all the resources to be able to add to this team. Why? Because we are not hamstrung with a whole bunch of albatross contracts. That's smart to me. You know, Pete's up. Pete's doing his thing. If Pete ends up having a great year, then cool. The bidding war goes in. We got to pay him $30+ million. Then that's what it is. Mm-hmm. It's fine. But at least we have the flexibility to do so. Love it.
Just kind of go by like year by year or 2 years, whatever. He usually gives out like a 2-year contract and then opt out, just like high risk. Low risk, high reward.
Yeah, kind of like a prove it deals. Like, yo, listen, we can rehabilitate your career. You can go get paid somewhere else after this, and we're gonna utilize you for this year to get where we need to be. Mm-hmm. Everybody wins. Yeah. Look what Severino got. Severino got paid because of David Stearns and Jeremy Hefner in the pitching lab. So he will never talk bad about the Mets.
Yeah, because, if you look at what he's doing now, he's kind of not looking too good.
Yeah, getting shelled. Yeah. Getting shelled over there.
But got his money, so.
Yeah, you think he cares? He playing in Sacramento. He don't give a damn where he's at. He getting paid. Mm-hmm. So that's the whole thing. It's just like, dude, like, look, I love what's going on right now. I think we have the best record in the majors right now.
It's the Tigers.
Yeah.
For like a game or two.
Half game? Dude,
I think the Tigers had, as of yesterday, was 41 wins.
Yeah, they've been really good, man.
Yeah. So I think we're second at the moment.
Yeah, let me go ahead and check that. Let me see. You could be right. Tigers. Yep. Tigers are 41-23. My God, they're killing. And we are 39-24. So your Cubs are really good as well. Mm-hmm. They got some good teams out there, man. Did you hear the rumor that Skeens might be on the block?
Yeah, I did. I saw some trading scenarios.
Listen, hey, Stearns, look, Sprout, Jonathan, McLean, throw all of them in there.
Yeah,
all of them.
I saw a package of Vientos, Sprout, and another prospect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Acuna, Bronny, Put them all in there. Give them all up.
Yeah.
We'll take him. That kid is fantastic.
Yeah, I saw actually before this started going around maybe a couple weeks ago how I'm not gonna get word for word, but they were talking about it on ESPN. It was an article or something how it's not even possible for the Pirates to trade him because to determine his value at his age and talent, it's like what is his value because he is like a generational talent and plus all the years of control, you know.
Oh yeah, you would literally have to give up like maybe 7 of your top 20 prospects just to make it make sense.
Yeah. And then also too I was saying like and like really good like major league talent as well. So it's like what is like a fair enough offer for him and for like what his years and everything in total.
Oh yeah,
so
if I'm Pittsburgh, I'm asking for everything. Like what if you want him, I need all of those guys. Like not just a couple. If you got 7 of the top 20, I need all 7. All of them. No, I'm not even like, and then you can throw in somebody on the back end, but I need 7 of these guys. Because all 7 of these guys may not end up being him. And you got the years of control. And you can be able to, like, there's so many different things, like you said, that plays into it. So you really don't know his value. So you're going to have to empty the cabinet. You really have to. He's a guy that you empty the cabinet for and then you just pray that you can be able to replenish. That's it. But I do it. Yeah. You got Soto and Skis. That's right. That's right. That's what I want. Get it all out of there.
Steve Cohen should just send them, like, here's $300 million, take it or leave it for him.
Yeah, that too.
Sign up for $300 for the rest of his whatever career. Send them $300, $600
Yeah.
million.
Hey, here's $600 million. All right, we're gonna take him right now. We'll take it right now. Just don't even listen. We're gonna keep our prospects. We're gonna give you $600 million. All right, we good? I take that deal right there. 600.
Send the money.
Yeah. Oh, I would send out one player though. Put McNeil in there. It's like if you just throw this out there. Just take him. Take the 600. We're gonna get that. But you gotta take him. You gotta take him. Get him the hell out of here. I don't want to see McNeil no more. I'm off of Beatty. People have been killing me and criticizing me for my take on Brett Beatty, early in the season. He's doing his thing, right? Young guy, but McNeil gotta go. He got to go. You know what I mean? Because even Marte out there, he run around with no legs, no knees, and he hitting home runs out there. What the hell is McNeil doing? What's he doing? Runners on second and third today, right? He strikes out. The last time he did that? Was in the damn playoffs in Game 6. Remember that? You remember that? Had a chance to blow that game wide open. Here's McNeil. Bases loaded. Strikeout.
We were even talking about it. It's like, don't even put him in the game.
No!
Because the team was clicking and all of a sudden he comes back and ruins it.
Remember I said it. Yeah. I said, why would you jinx the team this way? We are hot. And all of a sudden you get to the NLCS and you want to play him? Get Mighty Mouse the hell out of here. We had enough of him. Take him and Marte and send them to China. All right? We're done. Did you hear the news, the rumors that we're looking at Cedric Mullins from the Orioles?
I didn't. I know you mentioned something, but I didn't read it too.
Yeah, so Jeff Passan reported this. And if Jeff Passan reported it, might have to book it. Now, he's a guy, he's an unrestricted free agent. He's going to be a free agent this winter. So you might not have to give up a lot for him to be able to get that trade done. But he's a guy that has 10 home runs right now. I think 30 RBIs. He's fast as hell. He can possibly be a 25 guy this season. So who would you trade for Cedric Mullins? If they just wanted prospects. If it wasn't any guys on the roster.
You have to look at the prospect list to see, but probably like a middle range guy.
I give him Hagerman.
Yeah.
I give him Hagerman.
I don't really need him.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
But I think that he's major league ready. I think he's good enough to be in the major league. So yeah, I give you Hagerman. But if you ask about Jonah Tong, we hanging up the phone.
No, I would go with like a could be good in majors, but solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I give you Matt Allen. Hey, take Matt Allen. Take him. But if you've ever mentioned Jordan Tong, right? We not giving up baby Lincecum for nothing. Okay? We don't do that. We don't do that. So, yeah, last thing I want to talk about the Mets, Soto looks good again. Thank you. Thank the gods. Thank the gods. Because I've been waiting. That's my guy, man. The fact that he got the Soto shuffle going on, he's having fun, he's flipping bottles in the dugout. He's just looking like himself. And I don't care if he went 0 for 4 today. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's the fact that he looks the part. They walked him. Pete capitalized. I like what I'm seeing. The only thing I'm concerned about is Frankie being hurt. Him, fracturing the pinky toe. I don't like it. I don't like it, man. I think, obviously he's not going to be out for a while. They said that they're not going to IL him. It's going to be a pain tolerance type of situation. But he was playing so well that I just hope that this doesn't derail him to the point where he goes into a funk, because he's our guy. He's our best player. He's our captain. He's our leader. So we hope that he can be able to be consistent and find a way to stay on the field. If they have to DH him, they got to DH him. But you got to keep him out there.
Yeah, I think, obviously hoping he's going to be fine. But from what happened last year when his back was like all messed up, but he still was able to come through
Power
the
through it,
situations. Right. So I know he obviously internally he wants to be out there every single day and do what's best and play his best. So but yeah, hopefully he's back.
Yeah, we're hoping for the best for my guy Frankie Windor is what I call him. And also too, Ronnie's up. Ronnie Mauricio's up. I don't care. He's gonna go through a stretch where he's not gonna hit the ball. But when he does hit the ball, who he reminds me of? He reminds me of O'Neal Cruz, and he reminds me of what's the kid in Cincinnati?
Ellie.
Yeah, Ellie De La Cruz. Those guys hit the ball hard. Ronnie's the same way. So just leave him alone and let him play. You know what I mean? If I were the Mets, I would say, "Hey, Vientos, the hamstring, is it coming along? Oh no, I'm actually recovering quite well. I may actually come back to the team next week." No, I think what should happen is that you need to just go back to the minors, figure it out a little bit. Just kind of nurse the injury, and you call us in a month. Call us in a month, because guess what? As inexperienced as Ronnie is with the bat, his glove is way better than Vientos. We don't want him out there. So gotta figure it out, because the way I look at it is that Vientos might just be a DH. I don't think he could. He has bad feet. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And you can't really help bad feet. You just can't. So, see what happens. But very proud of my New York Mets. They look very, very good. Now it's time for the greatest segment on the planet, Dummy of the Week.
Dummy, yeah.
Every week I go around the room and I ask, who is the Dummy of the Week? Claude, do you have anybody, sir?
I actually do. And it's, for the record, from my understanding, it's hearsay, but kind of leaning in the direction of not too hearsay. I'm going with Kathy Hochul.
Kathy Hochul?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, let's call her Hochul. Yeah, let's do that.
So, who the hell is that?
That's the governor.
That's the governor, New
That's
York.
The governor.
Hochul.
Yeah, Hochul.
Hochul, hold these nuts. Listen, at the end of the day, she's apparently trying to bring congestion pricing to Brooklyn.
Oof.
You feel me?
That's nasty work.
That's bullshit. So
it's gonna be all over New York. It's gonna be in Queens. It's gonna be everywhere.
Like downtown Jamaica and all that shit they trying to put. They're gonna do it, but it's the principle of it that makes it yo, come on.
So where are you gonna put it? Downtown Brooklyn?
I don't know.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm for that. Yo, downtown Brooklyn is a madhouse and
shit
nuts.
It's never gonna change nothing.
Do it.
It's never gonna change nothing, bro.
It'll force all the crazies to stop going down there. Do it. I don't like it in the city. But for Brooklyn, yeah, I'll allow it. I'll allow it. I'm Queens. I don't care. I'm hating. Yeah.
That's dumb. You press a button. I'm over here.
Dummy. Yeah.
That's a good one. Silence Sass, what you got?
I was going like more of like a targeted team, but I'm just gonna go in general now. Like I said, first it was gonna say the Colorado Rockies for just being. I know they went like a little win streak, like swept the Marlins, but like any professional team that's that bad.
They have almost 60 losses.
Yeah, and it's like, how are you professional talent, like the best of the best major league players, and you're winning? Was it they're at 12 games now?
Let's see the official record.
Yeah, like I don't understand how.
The official record is they're 12-50.
Yeah, for a major league baseball team.
Yeah, they are on pace to lose 130 something games, which will set the record.
I think they, the most consecutive series losses, they broke the record.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is, like, how are you going to, like I said, be a professional team and not show up every day and make, like, a competition for the other team?
The biggest thing that concerns me is the fact that they draft so poorly. Is that the Rockies have been bad for the majority of the last decade.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you're still not drafting well enough. Now, granted, baseball is different where guys get drafted, guys are great in high school and college, but they fizzle out come minor leagues, right? They can't move through the system and develop. So that's not necessarily a knock on them, but how much bad luck can you possibly have where you're not churning out any great players? Like, where are the Todd Heltons? Where are all these great players that came about? Like Nolan Arenado's. Like, where are these guys? You know what I'm saying? They don't have it. I mean, what's his name? Tovar is pretty good, but outside of that,
Yeah, not much. Like even like the few guys that had like good seasons last year, just not repeating that.
yeah, it's
That's
just
like
it becomes a pride situation too, right? Like, just like you said, these are major league players. You're supposed to be the best of the best to be up here. Show some pride. Like, you know, we talked about it I think it was last week or week before. Get into a fight. Sometimes, listen, you ain't gonna punk us around. Like, if we're gonna be bad, we're gonna make sure that we fight every game. I'll get suspended, but at least it's gonna light a fire under my damn team to be able to show some heart and some fight, because they're literally just going through the motions. You can't be that bad.
Even like get together like in like the locker room and say like we gotta be better, because like for being on a team like that, at the end of the day, like you're kind of also are playing for yourself, because you potentially get yourself in a better situation, get traded to a team.
It's all evaluation.
Yeah. So if the team's gonna be bad, like at least go out there and, you know, play your hardest, play your best, and put yourself in.
I agree.
Situations. So.
I agree. So yeah, so they definitely get the
Dummy. Yeah.
and the front office. They get the
Dummy. Yeah.
and also the fans that continue to buy tickets as well. I understand you want to support your team, but no, don't support them.
Dummy. Yeah.
Don't support them, because you'll send a message to the owner, if he cares or not, to be able to put a product out there that's actually acceptable. So that's a great one. You guys had good ones. I have mine. May I have the drum roll, please? And the winner for W of the Week, Andrew Cuomo. Andrew Cuomo gets my...
Dummy.
Now, here's the thing, right? Andrew Cuomo, the disgraced governor, right? He's going ahead and he wants to go ahead and run for mayor. What's a run for mayor? We don't want him. I'm going to tell you right now, right? But there's history there. There's some people that say, that Cuomo guy, yeah, his father was great. We want him back. It's great, yeah. Well, guess what? I'm putting my foot down. And it has nothing to do with his political views. Those are, you can challenge those. But I got no smoke with that today. I have a personal issue with Andrew Cuomo. I was so offended. I clutched my pearls being so offended. I was like, my goodness, what is happening here? I'm offended. You know what he said in a magazine when they asked him what his favorite, how does he like his New York bacon, egg, and cheese? He said that he eats a bacon, egg, and cheese on an English muffin. And then he takes the bacon out. You're not New York. I don't know where they do that in Poughkeepsie or something like that. We don't do that down here. Bacon and cheese on a roll. You go to any deli in New York, you get yourself a roll. If you want a hungry man to get a hero or something like that, cool. But we don't eat no damn English muffin, bacon, egg, and cheese. What are you talking about? I've never even seen that sandwich. Where do you get that from? What type of Upper East Side you going to? You can't. Where you getting that at?
I didn't even know like they had English muffins at like delis or bagel stores.
I'm sure they don't.
Got McDonald's and Wendy's.
Yeah. Where you finding that sandwich at? And then on top of that, you picking the bacon out of the sandwich. Yo, go somewhere. Go somewhere. I will never vote for a man that has that type of sandwich in New York. Never. That's offensive. For me, as a New Yorker born and raised, bacon, egg, and cheese is that's our go-to sandwich. That is our national dish in New York. How dare you?
Didn't he call it a egg, cheese, and bacon?
Yeah. He didn't even say it the right way. Like, dude, don't try to like, you know, like cape to us. Don't do that. If you don't know it, cool. Don't cape. Because at the end of the day, we gonna call fraud, we see fraud, and now it's gonna hurt you in the ballot box. Because I'm making sure I am canvassing around my area and say, listen, did you hear about Andrew Cuomo? Do you know that he does not know anything about bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich? You want to vote for somebody like that you can't even have a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich with? We don't want that having our policies. I'd rather have Wilson Fisk as my damn mayor. Give me a kingpin. I'd rather him than Andrew Cuomo because at least the kingpin understands food and he knows bacon, egg, and cheese in Hell's Kitchen. That's what I'm saying. I'm not doing it. I was offended. Are you kidding me? You don't know what a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich and you live in New York? I can understand if you live in California. Oh, what do you eat there? Is that an egg sandwich? Yeah, that's what some Cali people... Get out of here, you weirdo. Who eats egg sandwiches by itself? You gotta have some other stuff in there. Sausage, egg, all this other stuff. You got English muffin with it? Who eats that? I couldn't tell you the last time I ate an English muffin. They're good, but I don't want it nowhere near my bacon and egg. I don't want that. And my cheese. And it gotta be American cheese too. Don't be trying to get slick and have like the Swiss. There's some people that use Swiss cheese. Get out. Get out.
Some people put mayo on it.
Get out. Get out. I'm telling you, man. Like, yo, listen. New Yorkers, we a different breed. Don't come in here trying to impose and be an imposter. We can smell imposters a mile away. Okay? We had the crook mayor just a couple of, he's about to get out of here. We had de Blasio, his dumb ass was here, right? We had Bloomberg, who was definitely, he had imposter syndrome. And now we have this dude that don't even know what a bacon, egg, and cheese is. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. We need a good mayor. We need somebody that can be able to handle the crime, the policies, all that stuff. Take out the congestion, garbage, all that stuff. We need somebody who's normal. We don't need somebody who's trying to make policy and doesn't know what a bacon, egg, and cheese is. I'm not having it. Not having it. So Andrew Cuomo gets my...
Dummy. Yeah.
I can't... I clutch... Oh, my God. Oh! Felt like my man from... what's it called? What's the sitcom? Red Fox. Oh, Elizabeth. What's that?
Sanford and Son?
Sanford and Son. There you go. I thought I was going to have a heart attack when I seen that. It's crazy.
It reminds me of the J-Lo situation. People were freaking out when she's like, oh, I go to the deli and I get an orange drink. Everybody's like, what is
Just
an orange drink?
lying.
What are you talking about?
Lying. What orange drink you talking about? Quarter water? Because if you don't know what a quarter water is, you didn't grow up in the Bronx. Lies. Lies. I'm telling you, man, people lie all the time. They lie, they lie, they lie. Claw, what is your kind word of the week, sir?
It doesn't count unless it was upside down.
Shouts. It's good. You know, thing about the upside down, I saw the new trailer for Stranger Things. Yo, it's, fire. It's great. 11. Looks fantastic. She does. She does. Not gonna lie to you.
We should go to 11. They do it upside down too.
I would definitely go to the upside down and go see 11. I would. If it was one of those things like, hey, how you doing? What's up? Oh, yo, I seen you the other day. What's going on? Like, yo, you from around here? No, I'm not. I actually am, but I'm not there right now. I'm somewhere else that looks like where you're from. Where you at? Where can I see you? I'm in the upside down. Word. I would be the person to travel to the upside down. If I was single, I would do it. I would.
Fight all those monsters.
Yeah, of course. Because once I get past those monsters, it's going down. Like, there's no hesitation. It's not gonna be this Netflix and chill. No. I went through a lot to have to get here. So it's gonna be on. Real quick, I have a PSA, like I always do. I love the joke on this show, but sometimes joking is not where we're gonna go. You have people out there that still try to sully George Floyd's name after all the, Black Lives Matter, we understand, but the movement sparked a movement around the world, and seeing what happened, people understanding what happened, and the importance of awareness and outreach is super important. Well, you have January 6th rioters making videos and demonstrating, putting their knee on somebody's back, that I'm putting all my body weight on you. Here. And he's like, look, the guy can still breathe. So it was a fentanyl overdose. And that wasn't even the biggest part of the video that bothered me, right? So I'm going to play it so you can hear it.
Right here. There's a fentanyl overdose.
Okay, so look, this is almost all my weight. Philip, can you breathe?
I can breathe.
You can breathe?
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm going to bounce all my weight on you. Can you still breathe?
Yes, I can still breathe.
Okay, that is fallacy. George Floyd died over fentanyl overdose.
And disprove it right here.
So you heard that first voice. That was a black man laying on his back or his stomach, letting this man demonstrate that to you. So for me, when you see an image like that, how much do you have to hate yourself? That you will allow somebody to use you as a prop to prove that somebody didn't pass from what he passed from. All because this person is a racist and doesn't believe in certain people's rights or what happened. You are involving yourself in something that makes him look good. While when people see the video, he's putting a knee on your back as well. And that's your contribution to the video. You are the worst of us. You're the worst of us. And this is why we will never have unity and camaraderie throughout our entire culture and race of people and community. Because you have grifters and fucking people like this that hate themselves, that wake up every day and try to peel their black skin off of them because they hate the way they look. So they go ahead and go hang out with people that also hate themselves, but hate people that look like you as well. So instead of you being able to be proud of who you are, you're Clayton Bigsby. You're the person that doesn't realize who they are, or you hate yourself that much that you want to be somebody else. This is what we have in this country right now. We have this racial divide, and you have a lot of people that just don't understand where they come from or don't care. And they will go ahead and embarrass themselves out there to go ahead and try to be kinfolk to other people. When in real life situations, most of those people that you want to be kinfolk with don't care to be kinfolk with you. They're just using you as a prop. Because it's always good to say, I'm not racist at all. I got a black guy that I hang out with all the time. Oh. So you're the token. You're the one that's willing to embarrass yourself on camera to appease somebody else. It's sad, but it happens a lot. So I'm just here to say, be vigilant. Understand what's happening in our society now is that not only do you have to deal with neo-Nazis that are out there, especially the ones that are parading and protesting in Kansas City, and the police do nothing. They rent a U-Haul truck, and they have 15 to 20 people in the back of a U-Haul truck, which is illegal because that's literally trafficking and transporting people, correct? Yet the police are on site, and they see these people coming out of the U-Haul truck like a clown show, and nobody gets arrested. Interesting. So know exactly what's happening in this country when you have federal funding being pulled from like these programs that allow black businesses to have certain types of money given to them. Know exactly what's happening when the school systems are trying to take the slavery aspect out of history, out of their books. Understand what's happening. It's not just the economy is bad. They're doing things on purpose, and they're trying to send a message as to what they're trying to do, and they're not trying to hide it. You think guys like this would have made a video like this 12 years ago? No, he wouldn't make a video like that 12 years ago. He feels emboldened to do it now, and the fact that he has a self-hating black guy with him that can be able to even further his message is even sadder, isn't it? So that's all I'm saying is that make sure you understand who you are, be proud of who you are, and understand your surroundings and understand what's at stake. Any thoughts, Silent Assassin?
It's just like how unfortunate of how this happened, like 5 years ago now, and it's still just like a major issue in this country, in this world too. How we're still judging people in the way that they look, their skin color, when we should be, I feel like, for me personally, like you judge someone on their character and how, are they a good person, are they a nice person, versus the way they look or situations they were brought up in that they can't control. So I don't know how the future looks like. We talked about it a couple episodes ago, how like my generation's kind of scared for the future just because of
uncertainty.
And then people put in place to kind of lead our future. Do we agree with those people in power?
Yeah.
So, but you always say it, like, my generation, our youth is gonna change that. So hopefully, as we grow older, that gets fixed. So
Yeah, well said. Well said. Well, until next week, stay safe, stay cool. Peace.